All right, guys, welcome back to TD Fans Talk as always, courtesy of DolphinTalk.com. Make sure you check them out. Guys, I'm coming at you with updates about injuries. We're going to talk about the risers on this roster, some that we haven't talked about much, but they're on their way up the depth chart. And not only that, a defensive end that we are looking at right now and potentially thinking about bringing them in. We're going to be going all of that in this stream. So make sure you're ready, guys. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in the room. Not only that, make sure you share the videos, show your love and support in those ways as well. Now, guys, we'll dive straight in and talk about these injuries that we're having. There are two injuries, major injury. Let me not say major and get y'all all on the wrong page. There are two injuries that I don't like to hear about that happened today. Thank goodness that I don't believe they are that serious. Number one, Kiko Alonso missed the entire practice today with an injury that isn't considered serious. Now, I love the fact that it isn't considered serious, but it's still an injury. But I like that since it's not serious, we can give more players more reps to see what else we got. Outside of Kiko Alonso, the big one of the day, which shocked me, was Kalen Balaj. He walked off the field because of an injury during practice. Now, I don't like that. It's one thing for Kiko not to practice at all for a non-serious injury, but you came out on the field and you got injured and you walked off. Now, the good reports are it didn't seem serious. It didn't appear serious, but we still haven't heard anything. So I don't care what doesn't appear. Things that don't appear can be an ACL, believe it or not. You know, players like, ooh, I feel something weird. Let me head to the locker room. And I'm not saying that's the case, so we're not going to get our, self in a bubble here. But I like the fact that it didn't appear serious. Man, I really, really do hope that we see him on the field tomorrow. Okay, because he's really been coming on. He's been, in my opinion, just playing grown man football. Kalen Balaj has been emerging as the leader. That's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. He's been emerging as the leader in that running back room. And Kenyon Drake's stock has just been falling. That's just the truth. I know people, once again, are going to say, TD, you're overreacting, calm down. But, hey, I've been saying this all along, and Drake comes out there and gets the majority of the first team carries today, and what happens? He fumbles. Shout out to Tank Carradine, getting the fumble on Kenyon Drake. But he had to take a run to the TNT wall. And why I put emphasis on him taking a run to the TNT wall, a lot of mistakes were made today, and actually – a lot of people pointed out but they're not taking runs to the TNT wall. What's going on? But when Drake fumbles, take your run. So I don't know. This is just my thoughts, guys. We'll keep our eyes on it, okay? Outside of that, Dwayne Allen, Chase Allen, Cordell Tankersley, and Mike Hull remain out. Hopefully we can get some of those guys on the field sooner rather than later so that they can get into football shape and get ready to go, man. Moving right along, other news for the Miami Dolphins. You have the Dolphins now we're looking at a defensive end. Let me go ahead and talk about it now. We're actually looking at a defensive end right now who was released by the Arizona Cardinals. I cannot pronounce his last name. I'm having this problem with a lot of last names lately. Like we're becoming a roster of impossible last name pronunciations for me. But his name is Robert Nkemdish. However you pronounce it. But he's a free agent defensive lineman right now who was a former first-round pick in 2016 by the Arizona Cardinals. Now, he had 32 tackles and 4.5 sacks in 10 games. So he hasn't even played a full season yet, guys. And that was last season in those 10 games. He had 32 tackles and 4.5 sacks. Now, in 10 games, to be quite honest with you, that's not bad to have 4.5 sacks. 10 games, if you put the ratio on par, let me do the math real quick. I'm pretty good at math. Let me go ahead and do it. 10 divided by 16. Okay, that gives you that per 2. So 3 more of those, 3 more. So he would have had 3.3 more sacks. So 7.8 sacks is what he would have got if he played on pace for 7.8 sacks. So 8 sacks is what he would have gotten if he would have played all 16 games. Now, is that not better than some of the DNs that we had last year? I'm just saying. But this is just his production of what he did last year. The reason why we're looking at him because we need help at the defensive end position. It has been actually one of our positions that we haven't really been that strong in. We've had a lot of problems. We saw some great things from Tank Carradine today, so shout out to him for doing what he has to do. That's amazing. But they're looking. This is proof. It actually has been confirmed that the Miami Dolphins have already made an inquiry. All right. So, in other words, this is how they worded it: an initial due diligence inquiry call on free agent defense. So, they basically been contacting his agent, basically to see what's going on, how everything's going, and let's see if this is somebody we want to bring in. So, keep your eyes open for adding defensive ends to this roster. Obviously, the reports are coming out, so it's no secret. Greer is shopping. He is looking. He is window shopping. You know, what can I bring in to make this D-line more competitive and give Flores a few more guys that he might be able to develop? Now, what are some of the issues that this kid has? Last season, he sustained a torn ACL in December and won't be ready to play until September. Like at the beginning of the season as it's starting. And, so September can be week 2, week 3, week 4. I don't know. But he did have an ACL last year. So it's not like it's a right away come into this. It's something where we're looking at and we might want to bring him in. Now, he is a former first-round pick. He was still on his rookie deal, but at the end of the day, that fourth year, they didn't want him anymore. And other bad news is he got cut not too long ago. And the reason why Arizona cut him as well, he was already recovering from the ACL, but while he's sitting there recovering from the ACL, they also said he came into camp out of shape. He came into camp out of shape. Now, does that matter for the Dolphins? Not really, because you come into camp out of shape and the team cuts you as the main reason why, you're looking for a job now. So you're getting in shape, you would hope, right? So if we bring him in, that means that we have full signs that he's getting himself back in shape and recovering from that ACL 100%. So just keep your eyes out, guys. This is a formal inquiry that we have made to see if it's somebody that we may bring in. Former first-round pick. Sometimes I'm a huge advocate on you don't write people off. He had 3 years down there, has been – now, not only that, he also has legal issues. But what's the difference from Walton, one of our running backs? He has a lot of legal issues, and that's what's really hindered his career so far. That ACL injury and a few other legal issues that he's been dealing with. But if this is a guy that all of those things are at a point where they're past him and he recovers from this injury, then that's why the Dolphins are taking a look at him. Okay, that's exactly why we're taking a look. So big ups to the Dolphins, always trying to make the roster better. I don't know if this will be a wild card, this will be a gamble, but hey, at this point of the season, what's wrong with a gamble? If it doesn't work, you don't lose much. Based off of what his value is right now, you're not losing much by taking a chance. So I'm all for it. Maybe you might, and it could be a surprise. He comes in and he takes care of business. And let me tell you why I don't put Merritt in. He hasn't been really great. People say he's been a bust in Arizona. Well, truth be told, sometimes it's just the coaching. I mean, if you're a Josh Rosen fan and you love Josh Rosen, then you should know very well. Coming from Arizona, a lot of you all say it's because of the coaching staff and they don't know what they were doing and in the O-line and all this and that. Hey, why can't we use the same thing for this kid? So we'll see if he comes in. We'll see if it makes sense. All right. I wonder if switching sides on defensive end is a move for Nikom Deach. Who knows? We're about to find out, but I doubt it because, again, even if we bring the kid in, he's not going to be ready for another 2 months. He's not ready for another 2 months anyway. At least 5 weeks, 5 weeks to 2 months he's not ready for. So I don't think that's what that was about. I don't think the switching sides on the DN position is what it was about. They actually switching sides to see if they got any more talent because Tunsil was just embarrassing Harris. So at the end of the day, I think that's what that's all about. All right. In other news, rookie linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel got considerable first team work for the first time in training camp and made a nice play in pass coverage against Nick O'Leary. Now, these are the type of things that happen when you got a Kiko Alonso going out with injury. Now Van Ginkel gets his shot. Will he thrive from it? All reports basically are pointing to he did a good job today. He did well. Was it jump off the screen, superstar like Sam's been doing? No, but he still held his own and he did a good job. O'Leary's been beasting all camp, and it's good to hear Van Ginkel's name being mentioned as one of our draft picks to come in and make a nice play in pass coverage. I think we got a lot of good run-stopping linebackers, but in pass coverage, that's a promising sign to hear that about Van Ginkel today. Doing a good job against Nick O'Leary. I'm all for that, all right? In other news, undrafted Georgia rookie defensive end Jonathan Ledbetter also got first team 11 on 11 work opposite Tank Carradine because Charles Harris replaced Ledbetter on subsequent team drills, okay? They're trying everybody at the DN spot now. They had their group and they said, let's see what these guys can do. And now it's an open game. Now it's an open game. They're trying everyone. And Ledbetter, there's no reports that he came out and he amazed anyone or he did anything great. But Tank did. Tank Carradine did, okay? And that's good to hear. You didn't have the guy as a start in your starting unit. You make the change. He's performing. He's making plays. And you just want to see guys earning something. And Tank Carradine is the hot name at the defensive end position right now. And we're going to monitor that closely to see if he can maintain that because we might have found ourselves a starter day one. Beat Tunsil today. Tunsil came back and abused him on a play in anger. So we'll see. We got to keep a close eye on this situation. Tank Carradine forced the Kenyon Drake fumble and has been the best of the defensive ends through 5 days of camp. That's another thing. He wasn't even the starter, but every time he gets a rep, they said cumulatively, he's been the best defensive lineman, y'all. Not tackles, okay? Not tackles, all right? Defensive ends, okay? He's been the best. So why wouldn't they make the move and move him to the first team and put him over there with Tunsil? Now it's time, and I know why. You got a guy who's making plays, and you're ready to move him up to the first unit. You don't just move him up to the first unit. You move him up to the first unit and say, let's see you perform against Tunsil. In other words, you move him to a first unit and say, now go up against Tunsil. That's another way of saying, you do well over here, you got the job. You do okay over here, you might still have the job. Tunsil abuses you like he's been doing Harris, we'll reconsider and keep mixing it around. That's what it is. That's all it is. And when he came out today, beat Tunsil, and that doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. That's rare. He did something that was rare. Beat Tunsil, got in the backfield, hit Kenyon Drake for a loss. Making plays, that's what it's about. That's the type of player that can help you out. One big play gives you a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. That's what you want. That's what you want, man. So coaches are taking notice of that type of stuff. I don't know why I just keep on wanting to talk about Kenyon Drake and how he need to do better. But I'm trying to stay away from it because, I got a certain group of subscribers that just say I'm the biggest hater of Drake and the other guys. But and he forced the fumble on Drake. That's the biggest thing that we're talking about here. A few plays later, Drake's running and he forces Drake to fumble. Making plays. Keep your eyes open for Tank Carradine. He might be our next defensive end over there. And playing against Tunsil can only make him better. He's hungry. He's a hungry guy. So you're not going to break his spirits like that. He feel like he's earning something, so he got even more of a chip. It's one thing to have a chip and then you out there playing hard, but you got a chip on your shoulder, you playing hard, and actually you're seeing that you're being rewarded for your hard play. Now you're put on first team 5 days into camp. You're a first teamer now. And then after being a first teamer, you made a play on Laramie Tunsil, and then you caused Kenyon Drake to fumble. Players like that don't just decline and get comfortable all of a sudden. They're more humble than anyone. Look at what I'm doing. It's like scheming now. He has a scheming mentality of, oh man, I'm actually surprising people. I'm doing well. I got to be proud of myself, but I ain't got time to be proud of myself. I just really got to keep this up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm giving this opportunity. If you were to ask anybody and their mama coming into this situation, I may have not even made this roster. I am impressing. I am in the NFL. Oh my gosh, I got to keep this going. I got to keep this going. I got to do this. I got to do this. Players like that don't lose that type of intensity. They know at any given moment it can all be taken. And he's literally in the best position possible to have an opportunity to be somebody. Actually be somebody, y'all. Do y'all understand what that means? For some players in the NFL, I have a chance to be somebody. I was nobody, and now I got a chance to be somebody. It's huge, man. It is huge. And I'm loving it, and I'm begging for Tank Carradine to keep that. Keep that fire. Go out there and work as hard as you can. Because if you can emerge as, you ain't got to be great, young man, but if you can emerge as a solid defensive end for us that can set the edge and make a play here and there, oh my gosh, you see what I'm talking about? First you got Sam, impressive at the linebacker position. And if you can find, if Tank Carradine can transform into, we ain't looking for you to be no Cam Wake. We're not asking you to be Cam Wake. But if you can be a solid guy who sets the edge and make a play here and there, just hear your name 2 or 3 times a game, but you're setting the edge when they don't mention you. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is why you bring all these young players into camp. I was saying this 3 months ago when I was analyzing this team and the roster and all these all these guys we're bringing in from AFL, CFL, this and that and that and this. I was analyzing this type of stuff. I said, this is beautiful to have about 50 guys in camp that feel like they can't make the roster. I mean, they don't feel like they can't make the roster, but you're bringing in talent that knows that they're going to compete, even though they got guys in front of them that have bigger recognition. Because out of those 50 guys, you might get 3 that emerge. Just because that's all you need. You're bringing in 3 people. I mean, you're bringing in 50 people, and you know only 10 of them are going to make the roster. But out of those 10, 3 of those might actually emerge and shock the hell out of you as a starter. Most teams are bringing in like 30 new guys in camp and then a whole bunch of veterans. But we got like 50 new guys that aren't veterans, like out there working. 10 of them looking to make the roster. And you get 3 of them out of that? Nobody's, y'all. It's like it's the scraps, the leftovers. But you turn scraps and leftovers into a 5-star gourmet meal. Who are those 3 guys that's emerging so far? Sam at the linebacker position, Tank Carradine. Who else? Y'all let me know who y'all think. Anybody else y'all think is emerging as a guy that many people didn't know, and now he's actually putting some work in, and it's been pretty impressive? Who y'all think? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Does anybody have anyone else that you could think about on this roster right now who's been doing very well? Who's been doing very well that nobody really thought about? Because I'm going to tell y'all now, all we need is that 3rd guy. 3. You get 3, you done wiped off a whole year of rebuild. Isaiah said me. No, if you get 3 guys, you wiped out an entire year of rebuilding. An entire year. So those people who say, well, we're 2 or 3 years away from the team we want, man, listen to me. You know what? I'm going to do y'all a favor and say that we were 3 years away. Let me tell you some of the factors that was going to keep us 3 years away. Our linebacker play needing to get better. Are these guys not coming on strong right now? Wipe that out. So that's a whole year to me. It's a whole year. Defensive tackles, pretty bad. Isn't that one, in my opinion, the strongest unit? Wiping out time off the books, man. Now the only thing left is that O-line. I know we got, now there's other plug areas we got to get, like an opposite corner and this and that, but these guys that are emerging is making our future that much better, and they're on some of the smallest, minuscule deals in the entire NFL. Some of the smallest deals in the entire NFL. I mean, these guys are getting literally the minimum, 600, 700 and something thousand a year. These guys are making this Xavier Howard contract look like who cares? If Sam becomes a starter and Tank Carradine alone becomes a starter and they play as well as they've been playing in camp, the way Sam is playing in camp is like he's a $5-6 million linebacker a year. And we'll be paying him $600,000-$700,000. The way that Carradine is playing, and if he can keep this up and be a good end, is playing like a $6-7 million defensive end. And we paying him less than $1 million. Two guys that are playing at a level that's saving us $10 million right there. Two guys that's playing at a level that's saving us $10 million, might I add, for the next couple of years. Because I think they got two-year deals. And if they continue this, it's guys that you're not going to let go into that next year. You're not going to let them play out their second year. You're going to call them after this season and say, hey, we want to go ahead and restructure you to a 3-year deal instead of this 2 we got. 3 years, $6 million. 3 years. You see what I'm saying, guys? This is what you do. This is how you play the game. You find untapped talent, get them on a low deal, and then since they've proven themselves, you give them another low deal, but you extend it out and give them more guarantee in the league. Because who wants to take that chance? This is where organizations have leverage, and a lot of them don't use it, and they need to start using it. Who wants to take that chance? Let's just say that Tank Carradine plays amazing at the defensive end position, right? And he may not be a Pro Bowler or All-Pro, but he was darn good, and a lot of teams are interested, right? And we got him under contract for another year. 2-year deal, and we got him on, just say this is the case. We got him on another contract for another year. Oh, we're straight. We got him another year. But you come to him and say, hey, we want to give you a 3-year deal worth $6 million, $2 million per. It's hard for guys like him to turn that down. You know why? Who wants to take the chance of going into the next year, not accepting a deal from the team where that team can actually blackball you at any time and limit your snaps so your end result numbers aren't as good? Plus, what if you get hurt? All your value's gone then? Some players want the long-term deals versus the amount of money. They want to guarantee their job. And this is where the Dolphins, all through this roster, have a huge shot. Let me tell you another theory I have with the Kalen Ballage, Kenyon Drake situation. Maybe this coaching staff actually loves Kenyon Drake and wants him to be the starter and feels like he is the starter. Maybe that could be the case. And here's what they're actually doing. We want Kenyon Drake to be the starter. I mean, we know what we got as a weapon in him, but man, if we let this man start and be the number one back and get 60 to 70% of the carries, he's going to demand too much money that we don't want to pay. So let's just make it a back by committee, and then we'll have a lot more leeway in his next contract. Let's have 1 year of a back by committee. This is possible, y'all. I'm just saying. Let's have 1 year of a running back by committee, and his numbers won't jump off the screen. Matter of fact, we might even give Kalen Ballage more reps. Who knows? I'm just saying his numbers won't jump off the screen, and then we'll renegotiate his contract before it's time. And he has to take the deal that we're willing to give instead of the big one he might have got if he was just the primary starter. And now we got him for 3 or 4 years. Now we can run the hell out of him. Go ahead, put him in the starting role. That could be a potential too. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ballage is just outplaying him and earning it. But at the end of the day, teams ain't crazy. They got to do whatever's best for the team. You're on a contract year, don't mean that they're going to start you. They just want to, if they feel you're that much of a talent, they want to secure you. It's going to be harder to secure Kenyon Drake if you start him and he gets 70% of the carries, put up 1,200 yards, go to the Pro Bowl. He ain't going to be on the roster the next year. Kenyon Drake go to the Pro Bowl this year, he ain't going to be on the roster the next year. You heard it here first. Nah, Kenyon Drake ain't going to ask for no doggone $16 million. He'd be out of his mind. Hell, he'd be out of his mind if he asked for 12. I don't even see him as an $8 million back. But, hey, he go to the Pro Bowl, somebody going to pay him. That's why teams ain't crazy. Because if he goes to the Pro Bowl, some retarded team is probably going to give him $16 million. Somebody gonna give him $16 million a year if he go to the Pro Bowl and make an All Pro. Ain't gonna happen, but who knows, because they're gonna do this committee thing. I'm telling y'all now. But it'll be harder to keep them. So wouldn't it be smart as a GM? Hey, do back by committee. Let's keep their values lower. Let's keep their value a little lower. Let's keep it down. And then when we sign them to the big deal, we could either keep him and go for it or trade him or run with Balaj and use him to trade, whatever. But they got so many options. This is the position your team wants to be in. It's a beautiful position, y'all. Problem is players would hold out if they think teams are doing that, TD. Kenyon Drake ain't the type of caliber player to hold out, though. We using the word hold out for Kenyon Drake. I mean, gosh, we are really giving him more value than he has right now. We are now, unless you're talking about after he made a Pro Bowl and became All Pro, but now he's a contract year. It ain't no such thing as holdout. You got to give him a new deal, and that's why you might lose him. I'm talking about right now, this season. If Drake wanted to hold out, he was supposed to do it right now. The year before his new deal. If he wanted to hold out, this is when he's supposed to hold out. There's no such thing as holding out next season because he got to have a new deal or he ain't going to be on the roster coming into camp next season. I know the Jets paid Le'Veon. That's why we're going to destroy him. But you're proving the point too, man. You're right. Somebody will pay him that money. The Jets paid Le'Veon. What did Adam Gase say in the first press conference? He was like, man, I wouldn't have paid Le'Veon all that money. Then he backtracked. Oh, we're loving Le'Veon. We're happy he's here. But he said it out of his own mouth. Gase, if anybody learned a lesson about bloated contracts, look at Ndamukong Suh. The Miami Dolphins are the number one team in the NFL right now with dead cap space. Over 30-something million, 36 or something like that million. Something like that, 33, 36, 38, something like that. I don't remember the exact number. Number one in the league with dead cap. If you don't know what dead cap is, that means salaries that you are paying this year, and it's affecting your cap space, but the player's not on your team. We got the most in the NFL of dead cap. So do y'all realize that we're operating with a roster that is spending $30-something million less than other teams? 30-something million less than other teams to make our roster. If the salary cap is 190 million, our roster is comprised of about 160 million. Actually 150 because I think we still got a few million left, like 9 or 10 or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong because I don't check the cap daily on the little pickups and little stuff that we do. But we're only spending about 150, 160 million this year on players. Because we also got that dead cap counting against our salaries. Number one in the NFL, y'all. So now next year, a lot of that is gone. Ooh, we feel a lot better next year. Next year, oh my gosh. Ndamukong Suh's contract, finally. Oh, it's gone. Oh, thank you. Some of Tannehill's money, thank you. A lot of that stuff. We got money next year. And you know what's going to make us have even more money? This coach staff ain't crazy. If Balaj emerges as the number one guy, that means we're probably going to save about $7 million on Drake and still be paying Balaj less than $1 million. You see where we're saving money? Rashad Jones, if we win a Super Bowl, he'll probably be back on a new structured deal because they ain't going to want to give him the 19 again that he's still under contract for after this year. See, we keep on acting like Rashad Jones, this is the last year of his contract. Actually, it goes even longer. This ain't the last year, but it's the last year of the guaranteed money to where if we wanted to cut him, we would. And if we win something like a Super Bowl or do very good and he balls out, they're either going to cut him, trade him, or restructure his deal and say, come on, go ahead and end your career with Miami. Let's sign you to a new 3-year deal, give you about $35 million instead of us paying. No. Yeah, about $35 million for 3 years, about almost 12 per instead of the 19 per. That'll be a sign of respect. That'll be a sign of respect. instead of paying this man $19 million like we're doing this year. We're going to be in a great position next year. And I love every bit of it. Y'all hit that like button, man. And who else? You got to look at players like Kiko Alonso. After this year, we talking about what we're going to do in that contract. You got to look at players like Kenny Stills, who's still under contract. If he goes through this year, what are we going to do at that point? Because they also have to make sure they continue to create cap space for Laramie Tunsil. You know, guys like that's on this roster still. But we ain't going to have a problem with Tunsil's contract. Because when all this dead cap come off the books next year anyway, I mean, we got the money for Tunsil's contract now. We can restructure it and give him his new deal. And you know what I like about Tunsil, what he's been talking about lately? He's so humble, man. That's why he's going to be a Miami Dolphin no matter what. Tunsil said, yeah, I want a new deal for Miami, but I'm not in a rush to get it. I'm good. You know, everything will work itself out. You know, it ain't like that. They better give me a new deal, man. I'm not finna sit here. Ain't all that negative attitude and stuff like that coming from Tunsil. You got to love Tunsil, man. Bobby McCain, no. I got to go look at Bobby McCain's deal again. I think you might be right because we made him the highest paid nickel last year, but this is the second year of his deal. He might even be up for at least a restructure. 1 second, guys. I just want to respond to this text. All right, cool. But a lot of these guys, man. But you know the year that's really going to be something is the year right after next year. A lot of guys' contract come out. A lot of guys that might be good, that we might want to we might love on this team, man. That's whenever you're talking to Jerome, Raekwon, all of these different guys, you know. But we'll see. We're doing it the right way. I love what the front office is doing. TD, we got a collab. Love talking to you. Absolutely, man. Let's figure out a date and time. I like that, Lauderdale. Little Lauderdale. I believe in Coach SoFloRez. Okay. SoFlo_Rez. McCain got a new deal a year ago. Yeah, but big boy, how many years was that? I'm trying to remember, was it 3 or 4 years? If it was 3 years, then yeah, next summer they're going to be talking about maybe restructuring or just letting it play out. And Bobby McCain, 5 years? Was it 5 years, 40 million or something like that? I know he was the highest paid nickel. So if it was 5 years, we're straight on Bobby then. We're straight on Bobby. And I like his motive. That was a good deal. That was a good move on our behalf. I think Lamar Jackson is overrated. If you contain Lamar Jackson, is not going to throw from the pocket. Man, let me give y'all a fun fact, man, about these mobile quarterbacks, especially Lamar Jackson. Let me talk about Lamar Jackson real quick. Do y'all realize that back in when Michael Vick had his most rushing season, he rushed for 125 times in a season. A quarterback rushed the ball 125 times in a season. 125, y'all. Do you know that Lamar Jackson only played like half a season last year and he rushed more than Vick in the entire season? He played like a half of season and he rushed the ball more than Vick. He rushed the ball more than Vick's most rushing season. That's Wildcat. They're a Wildcat team. Trust me, it ain't going to last long over there in Baltimore. They're going to wrap him up sooner than later. They just going to always come into that Baltimore week 1. Let's go, Sam. Your job is to spy on Jackson and lay his head out. And that's what Sam been doing in practice. And I can't wait. Whether it's Raekwon McMillan or Sam at that middle linebacker, your job ain't in coverage. We're going to run the nickel anyway, so we good. Your job is spy on the quarterback. Stay right here in the middle of the field. He go left, you go left. He go right, you go right. And as soon as he starts to move up, you go smash his head loose. So just take it clean off. And if he slide, take it off too. No, I'm just playing, guys. Love it, TD. Let's go. Man, I can't wait for that Ravens game. Y'all got me excited. Just bringing up his name. Bringing up his name got me excited for this first game versus the Ravens. If Lamar makes the playoffs, he was a good pick. Why you say that? Just because somebody make the playoffs don't make him a good pick. You're going to see Lamar Jackson up close and personal. Yes, sir. I'll be there. Let's meet, TD. That's what we're going to be doing, man. We're going to figure it out. Why I feel like Fitz is a waste if he's not a free safety. Minka? Luis, are you talking about Minka? You feel he's a waste if he's not free safety? What are you talking about? Minka Fitzpatrick is a better nickel than anything. It's what he played in college, by the way. He was a nickel in Alabama. I don't even know where people got this safety notion from. For as high as he went. Does he not make plays in the nickel for as high as he went? Man, Minka better be right there in the nickel. What up, Ron? Minka better be right up there in the nickel. That's it. I want Minka right in the nickel. And people are telling them last year, no, we need him at the safety. Where are y'all getting this from, man? Yeah, he good at safety, but he is a better nickel. And he impacts the game more at the nickel position than he will at the safety. More things happen closer to the line of scrimmage in football than in the secondary. Facts. Okay? So you need your best. We took a nickel in the first round. What's wrong with that? Is he not impacting this team? I mean, his play in the nickel, is it not first round caliber? Y'all looking at position versus his skill. And then depending on the scheme, he's going to play some safety anyway. Why wouldn't you pick a multifaceted player like that in the nickel? You ain't going to get him in the second round. I don't get that notion. Somebody would have got him in the first round. It's impossible for Minka Fitzpatrick to have failed to the second round. So what are we talking about here? Miami in his career. Lagging. Am I lagging, guys? Y'all let me know. This is his second year, and he lived up to everything that said he wasn't. No question. Minka played free safety, strong safety, nickel, slot, and linebacker in college. You are correct, Ron, but can you tell the people what his primary position was in college? Because he told us himself. He told us himself. I was a nickel at Alabama, but I played some of everything. He said it himself. Y'all got caught up in ESPN on draft day having him listed as safety. That's what y'all did. Y'all looked at the screen or whatever. Oh, by the way, I was at that draft. Minka in that beautiful little off-white suit walking right past me. Congratulations, Minka. I was there. I was there at the draft, looking at that safety up there on the board the whole time, and I was like, he's the nickel though. But it makes sense. I mean, he plays safety too. I ain't never seen them on the screen put nickel for anybody, so I get it. Okay? I get it. All right? Why did Kalen Ballage leave the practice today with trainers? They say it was an injury, but it didn't look serious. We are still waiting on those reports. Soon as I have it, I'll be going live, breaking, telling y'all what it is, good or bad, all right? And he picked off Brady in the fourth game in the NFL. Yes, sir. Let me call in and talk about it real quick. I'm pissed. Talk about what, big boy? What you talk about? Let me know what this subject is. Rashad Jones can talk to Minka about his game. Yes, sir. What up with Ballage? Is his injury serious? No reports that it's serious. They say it wasn't. Lagging just a little. I don't know what's wrong. I know my boys out there playing the PlayStation and the Xbox. They on two different consoles, and I'm live. Hopefully all of that going ain't affecting it. Sorry if I'm lagging, guys. If I need to end the stream, just let me know if it continues to go bad. Flores is playing Minka at his best spot, rover, moving all over as a coach on the field. That's not necessarily true. He's been playing primarily nickel even in practice on Ron. And yes, he's been everywhere, but Bobby McCain has actually done nothing but play safety. They ain't been playing him nothing else but safety. So Minka's actually been in nickel primarily majority of his snaps. Ron, you know we shouldn't draft no nickel in the first round. Y'all got this whole thing twisted. That's like Minka Fitzpatrick making a Pro Bowl this year, and y'all saying we shouldn't have drafted him in the first round. That's like him making a Pro Bowl this year, and you saying we shouldn't have drafted him in the first round. If you think that we shouldn't have drafted Minka Fitzpatrick in the first round, we don't need to have no conversation. Fitzpatrick. What you mad about Fitzpatrick? Oh, you talking about Minka or Ryan? I mean, is Bama gonna win the college championship this year? I have no idea, man. I don't follow college like that. I wait till it's playoff time, man. It'd be too much craziness going. TD, you favor Brian Cox. I hope that's a compliment. Did Rashad Jones get his new contract or already have one? Or did we restructure his deal? We might trade him. No, he already had his new deal. He had already had his new deal with the last regime. Let me call in and talk about Minka. Minka Fitzpatrick. Hold on, man. How do you feel about LA Rams, man? I don't feel about them. The only thing I feel about the LA Rams is that the Dolphins are better. It's that simple. You think we are going to sign the defensive end that Arizona released? I'm not sure. If I was the GM, I wouldn't bring him in. First of all, it ain't like, I mean, you're talking about a player who didn't play well in Arizona, but that could be the coaching staff, right? And we may bring him in, but I wouldn't. Not only that, he has a lot of illegal issues, but hey, and that ain't from a judgmental standpoint. It's just the availability is the best ability, right? He just came off of an ACL injury in December, so he won't even be able to play football for us until September. And then he got a whole new system to learn. You don't have training camp time to develop with the coaches. You're really a guy just sitting around trying to get better and better and learn the system and help the team whenever your number's called. I mean, I could see if he was a guy that coming off the injury, you could just plug him in right away, but that's not reality. So I wouldn't bring him in, but if we continue to struggle at the position, I may bring him in. That's my take on it. The Dolphins are better than the Rams. What? Absolutely. I don't care nothing about them going to the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl courtesy of Tom Brady's best friends, the referees, missing that call against the Saints. And they had a great system. Plus, they had a great defense with a great D-line, with great nose tackles, anchor in the middle, all of that. They had what they needed. They had a great team. But it ain't all the same. They didn't keep all of that. Yeah, we better. And we're going to prove it this year when we win the Super Bowl. We're going to do what they couldn't do last year. In a discussion. All right. Minka and Wilkins are going to contribute huge star defense this season. Exactly. I mean, you can't sit here and say Minka hasn't already been a value for our team. You could have go win. You could have went and drafted an offensive left guard in the draft and could have been a bum right now. All I care about whether you draft a nickel in the first round or not is the fact that it worked out. It worked out. Right? I think Minka is smart and a great player that if he was put at free safety, he could be one of the best. I agree, but here's my take on that, Ron. He could be one of the best at free safety, but he could be the best at nickel. Let me give you what's happening right now. This is how they're looking at it. Which combination is best? Bobby McCain at safety and Minka at nickel, or Minka at safety and Bobby McCain at nickel? Before training camp, we would have all said put Bobby McCain at nickel because that's what made him the highest paid nickel in the league, and Minka at safety. But Bobby McCain is doing an amazing job in camp at the safety position. He's doing an amazing job. And Minka is a better nickel than Bobby McCain. So they're playing, they're putting players in the best position they can. It's that simple, man. And mods, man. Um, my bad. Young Draco, sorry about that, man. I don't see nothing wrong with that comment that young Draco left. It's a fact, man. He said Balaj is better than Drake. Drake think he the it because of Miami Miracle. Believe me, Balaj is gonna start. I don't know why that message was hidden. I think the word SHIT, because we got a lot of kids that be in the chat. But you could have showed that message, Mods. That's cool. One-on-one. LOL. Feel that Grant gonna miss someone this year and Devontae Parker gonna bust out this year. If he don't want to go trade Parker, this is Parker last year for us. Parker ain't getting traded. If he don't do nothing this year, he ain't getting traded. He ain't getting traded. Who want Parker? If he don't do nothing this year, who want Parker? Who wants him if he don't do nothing this year? But you're right about the first part, Brandon Hudgens. He's going to do something this year. I believe it. I know he is. Parker going to get in that end zone. Parker might actually be a fantasy weapon. More than people know it. You might even be able to find him somewhere like the 6th, 7th round. He's going to be a good fantasy weapon. I do believe it. Touchdowns. Eric Rowe is a nickel cornerback. Yeah, he is, but he's going to be playing primarily boundary now, outside. What up, Patriots for Life? I see you over here hanging out with the Dolphins, trying to get this inside information. Spygate in the room, y'all. Tell Belichick to go somewhere. Spygate in the room. Drake is dope. Y'all are tripping. Hey, nobody said Drake wasn't dope. And that's what everybody keep arguing with me about. Man, Drake is a good running back. What are you talking about? When did I ever say this guy wasn't talented and wasn't good? Drake is dope. What are y'all talking about? We just saying that Balaj is playing better right now. That's a fact. That don't take anything away from Drake. But people get offended. It doesn't take anything away from Drake that Balaj is playing better right now. Drake is who he is. An occasional fumbler. I ain't gonna label him a fumbler. I'm just messing with y'all, but still, sometimes he can make you scratch your head when you know he should be giving you more. All right, TD, just let me know. I got you, man. Patriots are known for espionage. See, Belichick already sending Patriots for Life up in here. Hey, let me go over there and see what's going on with the team. Just give me a report in the morning. Tell Belichick, man, Tannehill's still keeping him up at night with that pass to with the Miami Miracle, man. Parker, Hanks, Kiko, Balaj got injured today. Yes, Parker. I didn't hear anything about his injury update. I'm still waiting on all the updates of what the injuries are, and I'm gonna be mad if they wait till the morning to give them to us. I'm gonna be real mad. Because I definitely want to go live to y'all about what the injuries were and what's the severity of them. Soon as I know, you'll get that. Hopefully you get that notification because I will be live about that. It just sounds like y'all think he's trash or something. He's a solid back. So for the record, Mr. Spacely, nobody over here says Kenyon Drake is trash. If someone says that in the comment section, they're hating on Kenyon Drake. TD has never said Kenyon Drake was trash. TD has never said Kenyon Drake wasn't talented, and TD, for the record, has never said Kenyon Drake is not a good running back. He is very talented. I will please hear this. He's amazing in the open field. Ooh. And he does very well catching the ball out of the backfield. I just always criticize his decision making and his ability to run between the tackles. That's it. And Balaj can do all of those things that I already named, and he can run through the tackles, and he makes great decisions about, and he wants to go get those guaranteed 3 yards he can get right there, instead of saying, if I beat that one guy, I can get 8 yards and lose to that guy like Drake would, and then it's a negative or something like that. That's all I ever say. That's my assessment. And the way camp's been going so far, Kalen Balaj looked like he's been stealing that position. But and out of everything I just said, did I take anything away from Kenyon Drake? No. But some people who, not you, But some people who really hate the stuff that I say, or they just want to prove me wrong, or whatever it is, they attack me saying I'm hating on Drake because he's their guy and they want to see him succeed. So anything that you say about him, they get in their feelings and their feelings are hurt about it. And that ain't cool. That's ridiculous, man. Balaj ain't playing better than Drake right now. That is something that is based on personal opinion, not facts. Let me tell you something, Ron. If O'Shea comes out and say they're both playing very good football right now, you give the nod to the lesser guy. If he say they come out and they're tied right now, you give the nod to the guy who was here. If Drake is here and Balaj started here, and Balaj has made it here, you got to give it to the guy that's trending, not the guy that's staying like this. So Balaj is playing better than Drake right now. Personal opinion or not. Then you know what? To make you feel better, my personal opinion, Balaj is playing better than Drake right now. The evidence leads to Balaj playing better than Drake. And the coaches are rewarding Balaj for playing better than Drake because they are giving him 90% of the first team reps. And now Kenyon Drake getting first team reps because Balaj goes to the locker room to check out an undisclosed injury. And what does he do when he gets some first team reps? He fumbles the ball. Anything non-factual about what I just said? Anything non-factual about what I just said? Come on, man. I call it how I see it. I ain't finna sit here. Listen, I ain't no fan of not a single player on the Miami Dolphins. And when I say that, I am a fan of the Miami Dolphins. Any one of these players, they are subject to whatever criticism they deserve on this channel. Because that's what it is. Misinformation is not good. Can you help me out, Ron? Can you tell the people what the misinformation is? That's all we asking. Because I am humble enough to say, man, that was misinformation. If you can tell us this was misinformation when you said X, Y, and Z. Because I did you a favor and I said in my opinion. So can you enlighten the people on how my opinion can be misinformation? We'll wait. Nah, we ain't gonna wait. Because you can't. Ain't no such thing as misinformation if you give it an opinion. And I promise you, there's sound logic with my opinion. There is sound logic with my opinion on the matter. How about that? All right? And you can't prove what you're saying. You can't. That's why I said it's an opinion. Can somebody help this man out? Does he not know what an opinion means? Does he not know what an opinion is? That's why I went your route and said, in my opinion. Y'all ain't got to tell him to shut up. It ain't that serious, y'all. We ain't got to go like that here. We going back and forth. We love the exchange, but we ain't got to be disrespectful. We ain't got to go at him like that. We ain't got to go like that. But at the end of the day, man, no, Ron, come on, man. Me and Ron cool. Y'all got it all twisted. It ain't like that, all right? Ron good with me. But with me and him, we get it sometimes, and that's what it's about. But again, I'm still waiting on him to reply. Can you tell me what I'm saying when I say opinion? Do you know what that means? It means you're he know what it means. He know what it means. He definitely know what it means. All right. LeJohn Charles says, read my comment. Let me see, LeJohn, if I missed it. I don't see it. I don't see your comment. He had potential to be the third down back in the league. Leave it as that at Kenyon Drake. That's what they've been giving him. Nothing but third down reps. People asked O'Shea, is he the third down back now? No, I'm not going to say that. These guys are like even right now. You mean tell me Balaj started here, Drake started here, and now they even? And the only time they put Drake on the field is third down reps, and he come out today and he fumbled the ball, thinking that's going to make him any better? Oh, he better hope that Balaj has a problem that's going to send him out for a few. He better hope. Matter of fact, I'll go on the limb. O'Shea said they're even before that fumble. That fumble and that walk to the TNT line against the first teams against Tank Carradine probably them put them below, in my opinion. Make sure we watch out for Ron, y'all. In my opinion. Come on, man. Come on. TD is the only good Dolphins fan. Oh, that's a weird comment. I would hope that every Dolphin fan is a good Dolphin fan. You just said Balaj is getting all the first team reps, and that is false. Straight out O'Shea. Did I say he getting all the first team reps? Did I say that Balaj getting every single? Did I not just say this man out here getting about 90% of the first team reps? Go back, hey, Ron, when this video is over and it finishes loading on YouTube, what time is it? We're about 55 minutes in. Start around 45 minutes. Somewhere between there and now, you'll see I gave an actual percentage. But he's getting majority. Don't sit here and act like he ain't getting majority. And he's starting. And another thing, the way reps go, I got my rep. The next one in line might get a rep, but he getting the first team reps. He getting majority of the first team reps. That's a fact. And O'Shea said they're 50-50 on their status right now, where they're at. And if you ask me, that's just keeping it PC. That's just keeping it PC, man. If Balaj is so great, trade Drake. That ain't what O'Shea and them used to. They used to a running back by committee style because they never want to get caught in a situation where, okay, if you trade Drake, Balaj goes down, now you ain't got a backup to help out with the load. Or if Drake goes down, you ain't got a backup to help with the load. Either way, vice versa. If that makes sense. You gotta keep backs on the roster, but if Myles Gaskin show up and he makes this roster, come on, man. Anybody can be traded. Y'all hit that like button. Anybody can be traded. Anybody could, man. What up, Matt? Okay, I'm gonna go live and talk about this. Got you, man. It's a good subject. Get a peep of your opinion, man. We will take Drake on the Rams. Hey, matter of fact, if y'all want to trade for him, we'll take an asset. I mean, he gonna be a Miami Dolphin, okay? Not unless one of these third backs emerge as somebody they say, all right, these are the two we want. He's gonna be a Miami Dolphin. All right? Balaj got injured today. I know we're still waiting on the update of what happened. You're ridiculous right now, dude. I get my information from coach interviews and play-by-play from several Dolphin reporters. Okay, that's good for you, Ron. And then you know what that does, Ron? It helps you make an opinion, Ron. And TD's the type of person who respects your opinion, even if I disagree with it. I'm glad you have one, though. I'm glad you have one. And if me and yours is a little different, I'm just asking for you to respect mine too, even if you disagree. And if you don't respect it, ain't nothing wrong with that either. That's just you. All right? Myles Gaskin should be a fourth quarter running back. If he just got to put in more work and get more reps. It depends. I really want to know about this Kalen Balaj injury because if he sits out a little bit, we're going to get a great picture of a lot of things that's going on. All right? You want more than one bag. Hell, you want more than two. So true. You spot on with that. Drake is not an early down back. What's hard about understanding that Gore came and took it from him, the miracle really boosted everyone up. Pete said it, I didn't, because they're going to let them attack you, Pete. All right. Drake and Ajayi, Drake and Gore, Drake and Balaj, like, oh my God, splitting carries. You only split carries if your coaching staff don't feel like you worthy of just being it all. And it's easy to say that with O'Shea, that's his style, but every year of your career, you had to split. Every time you've had to split. You've never emerged as the guy. And right now you're in camp and everybody expected you to emerge as the guy. And now people shaking their head. Man, Drake is still the guy, right? Ain't he? Isn't he? Shouldn't he be? That's the point I'm making here, Ron. The man been splitting his whole career, and then the one time where it's like, he's going to be the guy this year, let's go Drake. Now we're in camp 5 days in, and we're like, he's still the guy, right? He's still the guy, right? Don't act like people ain't asking that, Ron. Why would you have to ask that about a guy that should be owning the reins? Come on, man. I was following the Dolphins before you were born, and if I didn't respect others' opinions, I wouldn't be here. Oh, I know that. I just said if. I know you've been following the Dolphins, but real talk, and this ain't no shade, one thing that you probably should follow is the details to the words that I be saying. Because you miss one or two words that makes the meaning of what I'm saying totally different. I never said that you don't respect mine. I said that if you don't respect mine, that's more about you. So come on, man. This ain't no issue. And it don't matter that you've been following them longer. What does that matter? What does that matter that you've been following them longer? That don't make no difference. That means you could have been wrong longer. You have the potential to have been wrong longer. How about that? And I'm messing with you, man. I wish we could have drafted Joe Mixon. Can you please reassume my father, Robert, that these guys are going to make it through the season? I don't know what you're referring to. Reassure my father that these guys are going to make it through the season? What guys are we talking about? You got to let me know what you're referring to, all right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to I don't know what y'all doing. Okay, clean language, please. Oh, it must be getting a little choppy in the chat section. I really like that what Coach Flo is doing, and Coach Flo is the real deal. Yes, he is, man. Reassured. Dude, it's Tua Robert. He's still on this Tua stuff, man. Hey, did you email me, Colin, so I can get the number so we can do a live chat talking about this Tua situation? I ain't attacking anyone. I just spit facts so far. I have not said what my opinion is. Hey, Ron, man, email me, man. I love to have you on. I love to have you call in on the show, man. Email me. We can go there. This the people deserve it. I don't want it to be a one-sided. They hear me shouting and then they got to read you. Some people ain't got time to read the chat section. They driving right now and they just listening, so they don't even know what I'm arguing about. Hey, you can have a voice over here. You deserve a voice over here. You've been over here. You've been riding out. You give me the business sometimes. You agree with me sometimes. You one of the people who deserve a voice over here. So just hit me up an email. Give me the number. Hey, the people deserve this. They deserve to hear your logic behind what you're saying and not let it sound so one-sided and I'm just coming at you. That's what we do on this channel, baby. We want to hear your thoughts. So anytime, email me the number. We can get it in, man. Just like you, Colin, about this Tank for Tua crap. I don't even want to do that long, but I wouldn't mind because you just keep on talking about it. TD, I'm feeling ignored. Can you please read my comments from before about our defense? Oh, look, Anthony is always the same. I miss yours, and I read the one where you tell me I missed it. It's sporadic, by the way. If everybody in here, I ain't seeing every chat. I don't go in order. I go as the chat is going after I say what I need to say. I'm trying to find it, Anthony. TD, I think our Dolphins should use a 4-2-5 defense. Do you like this idea? Can this defense work in the NFL? You might see it. You might automatically see it, Anthony, because the defense that we're going to run ain't a 3-4. It's not a 4-3. It's not a 4-2-5. It ain't none of that stuff. It's whatever the team opposite of us is running, what's going to neutralize that best, that's what we're in. That's what we're in. Colin, email me, tdfinstalk@yahoo.com. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. But depending on whatever offense we playing against, we don't have a defense that has a set. I mean, a lot of reports saying we're going to be in the 3-4 a lot. But we're going to go against whatever the other team likes to run, and we're going to game plan off of that. That's why I caution people, stop getting into what we're actually going to run. We may be in a 3-4 primarily, but any given week, man, any given week. 4-2-5 is the package Chargers use to beat Ravens for Lamar's speed. a package for that type of situation. But you notice they tried to bring that in with the Patriots a little bit too. Got ripped apart, destroyed. It's that simple. Robert drafting, who is we? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Pete. It's a nickel package. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Shaq. Oh, and we've been running a lot of nickel packages in practice, by the way. Just so y'all know, if you don't know that. We've been running a lot of nickel packages. Sam, even though he's coming on and emerging, he hasn't put the snaps that he don't play aren't nickel packages. He's been primarily in the nickel packages. The linebacker that's been emerging and doing very well, he's been playing in the nickel packages primarily. So a lot of these guys are just going to be package type guys. This is what we're trying to run as a package. You're going to play in that package. So that's really what it is. And that's why I'm telling you, Drake's been running in the third down back packages. I'm just saying. TD, check my email. Let me see, man. Y'all hear that ring? What's up, big boy?
What's up, man?
What's up? What you talking about? What you want to do?
Oh, God, man. These fans have pissed me off today.
Why, man?
Oh, my God. They're talking. Oh, this was like earlier on when they were talking about Minka Fitzpatrick. That gets under my skin.
You got to let us know why. You know we descriptive over here.
Man, the reason why, honestly, everyone's saying, why did we pick him the first round? He fell to us. Do people not understand that? He fell to us.
True.
He fell in the draft. He was supposed to be a top 10 pick, and he fell to us. The man is a god. He's a nickel. Nickel is one of the most important places on the defense. Mm-hmm. And people don't get that, apparently.
Well, hold on. Truth be told, more than 50% of football fans don't even know what a nickel is.
Honestly.
They don't. They really don't. Most football fans don't even know what a nickel is. I can guarantee you on my channel right now, as much as I say nickel, players, some people think, it's just the third cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
Some people still don't know.
Okay, man. I tried going on my own live and talking about it, but no one wants to come over to me because I'm not as famous as you, TD.
No, you're good. Hey, just keep on pumping what you're doing, man. Let people know who you are. You always got a voice and a platform on this channel, and just let them keep on making your videos. They'll come, man. Just keep on being you. So. But y'all make sure y'all check out Big Boy too, man. He got his own channel where he talks about the Dolphins as well. Give his assessment, his analysis on things that happen in the Dolphin world. So y'all make sure y'all check him out, and don't forget, put your tag below right now while people are paying attention to it. Big Boy, let them know who you are right now. Put it in the comment section. Just say yo or something.
Going right now to go do that.
Cool. Nickel, 5 DBs. I think we agree, Ron. Yep. What do you say? My opinion is the right offensive line coach now has the job. No question about it, man. No question about it.
Right now?
No, we're talking about the O-line coach. The right guy has the job.
Honestly, he is the perfect guy for it. He put the Colts in a situation where they're going to be really good. And I think the only reason he was fired is because it wasn't the head coach's guy that he brought in.
Mm-hmm. That's a good assessment of it too, but this was in the works, man. I saw it. This was all the way back in spring. They brought him in, and I knew that switch was bound to happen. I mean, this guy was even creeping in the O-line, the O-line classroom, just sitting around watching. I mean, it was just a matter of time.
And you already see how much better it is. I think it's like the best day for the O-line in training camp so far.
Mm-hmm. What was that?
I think it's like one of the best days in training camp so far for the O-line.
Yeah, it was the strongest day so far. I mean, they mixed things up. They basically made 3 changes. They got Mills out of there to the second unit. Gosh, I don't know why I'm fumbling on the names right now. At left guard, it was Dieter, and they put Davis at right tackle, and right guard was what is his name? It starts with an H.
Well, if if Shake Money is in your chat right now, thank you guys for the subscriptions. They're starting to come in.
Oh yeah, I don't see Shake Money, but yeah, I see Great One DeVore in the house. I see you. Let's not jump the gun just yet on that. On what, Great One? What we talking about, man? Oh, there goes Shake Money. I see him.
Great One DeVore just subscribed to me. Oh my God, I'll watch his channel too.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to cry there.
You crazy. But hey, man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Anything else you got for us?
Honestly, it's just these fans, man. They don't know everything about football. They think they do.
Yeah, but some of them will look at us and say that we don't know much about football either, and that we think we do. So everybody's entitled to their opinion at the end of the day. But that's why even on your channel, bro, just keep going, giving your message. And if it starts to transform that way on the field, trust me, you'll get more and more subscribers, and that's how it'll work, man. You just keep doing you. And you keep believing what you believe, but don't be afraid to change your opinion based off of new information, because you could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm humble enough to know that if I find out that I'm wrong on the issue, I'm going to tell you, hey, I was wrong. This is what it is now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you so much.
No, you're good, bro. Just hit me up, man. We'll get a collab at some point, all right?
I will, man. Let me know if you're available anytime this week. I'm always available before I go back to school.
I got you, man. My schedule be sporadic, but we'll try to link together and get something done, all right?
Okay, man.
All right, appreciate you, bro. All
right, see you.
All right, what Great One said, the offensive line improvement in just one day. Hey, Great One, we just said it was improvement. That's a fact. It was improvement. Now, it was one day. You're right. So we're not jumping the gun. We're just pointing out that a few changes have made things better. And I said it on that last stream when I talked about the O-line, but or this stream. I don't even know which one it is now. But that now we need to see how this transforms tomorrow and going forward, if it's going to get better and better. They still going to have some learning curves with the new guys, so it'll be interesting, man. Shout out Great One. Hey, at Pete. Great One DeVore, call in. Man, Great One. And listen, man, Great One been running from me, y'all. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. He been scared of me in Madden, but it's okay. A lot of people have that fear. So it is what it is, man. I'm all right with that. Great One, I'm a big fan for your channel, too. D. Guglielmo wasn't available when we hired Pat Flaherty. Yes, but a few days later, hold on, Flaherty. We hired Flaherty, and like less than a week later on, we brought in the Guillermo, whatever it is. I just keep on screwing that up. We brought him in less than a week later, man. But I saw it coming because Greer made that hire. Greer already had a list for Flores to say, here are the guys that I think you may want to bring in, but what is your thoughts? And Greer brought in people. Flores brought in people he wanted and said, yeah, that guy's straight with Greer. They came into an agreement. But he's more of Greer's guy that Flores approved. But as soon as Dave came available, man, when they brought him in as an analyst, that was formality. They already knew, hey, if this guy don't work out, any excuse we get, we're making a change. And they said, the reports say that even in camp, spring camp, they had already saw signs of him not being able to get this group to where they wanted him to be. So this was something in the works. Before they fired him, see, Flores say it was a gut feeling he had. But then why is Dave all up in the offensive line room way before he got fired, just watching how they operate? This is something that, man, it was Flores' guy. They brought him in. See, Holden, Ron, spot on. It was Holden. It's Holden at the right guard position. That's who it was that was starting today. TD got it going on. Trying to, man. Tunsil is a big dog. Yeah, man. Tunsil. We ain't got to say nothing about Tunsil. Everybody knows, man. He got beat by Carradine today, but then he punished Carradine right after that, man. He really did punish him. Hold on. What is this? And shout out to Sean. I want to give a special shout out to Sean. I don't know if he's on this stream. He was our fantasy football winner last year for the TD Fans Talk Fantasy League. We're about to start talking about that a little more. So if you want to be involved in the TD Fans Talk Fantasy Football League, make sure you keep watching the videos, because I'm going to tell y'all now, the spots are going to go fast. When I announced it last year, the first night that I announced it, we had all the players we needed. And then the next day we had like 8 more. And I had to turn them down because I didn't know if I could manage 2 leagues like that. But we're going to go fast. I'm actually look at a few platforms, because who knows? If we got enough support, I might go 32 teaming it. I might 32 team it if we got enough support. If we got enough people that want to be in the fantasy league, I might 32 team it. If they got a platform that'll let me 32 team it, I might 32 team it. I might literally 32 team it, y'all. It is all I want. I don't like those easy 12 teams. I might 32 team it, because you really have to draft well, and anything can happen. You do 32 team. So the scores won't be as high. You literally can't get nobody can have an all-star roster. People gonna get to the 5th round and be like, should I get this guy? I don't know these people. They're going to be in the 5th round shaking their heads. That's a real fantasy league. A 32-team league, and I don't even care if 4 teams don't even – you know how you always got teams where they don't even change their lineup and stuff? And that don't matter to me. That's just saying that's the Cardinals of the world. That's the Jets of the world. That's the Buffalo of the world. They're going to be suck anyway, so it is what it is. I might 32-team it, man. A great one said, I like to participate in that. Of course, man. Of course. But whenever I do put the league out, whatever we decide, I start the decision making with the members of the league from last year. And then I bring in everybody on a group chat that want to join as well. And we decide the rules. Once I send you a confirmation email, you are a part of the league. Say I 32 team it. We'll have like a conference call or a group text discussing the rules, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to happen, what you don't want to happen, and we'll vote on rules. And whatever we vote, it's going to be what it is. Don't get mad. It's the majority rules, okay? Because I don't want it to be a league where TD wanted it this way. He wanted 1 point per reception and no points for y'all. Whatever it works out to be. Whatever it works out to be, we figure that out together. So you don't say that I'm making decisions. I'll tell you the general decisions that I make. I'll make the decisions on the trade deadline. I'll make the decision on how many trades we can do in a season. I'll make the decision. And let me tell you another thing about the league. When you do trade, we vote on trades. I automatically push through trades that are, okay, this is a good trade. Both teams got something out of the deal. They suck at wide receiver. They suck at running back. They did that type of move to make their unit better. And it still may be one person won over the other, but if I see the team has a direct need, even though they're losing this trade, I do the trade. But I ain't with trades that people, I got Ezekiel Elliott and I got Saquon Barkley. You give me Devontae Parker. Y'all working in cahoots, okay? I don't approve those trades. I decline them. And if you appeal the decline, that's when I take it to the 32 teams and they vote. And it got to be a 60% win in the votes for that trade to go through. And if they don't vote, it don't count in that percentage. I just try to make things as fair as possible, man. All right. So that's just FYI. But it's gonna be lit, man. It was pretty fun last year. I just hated that I couldn't comment in the fantasy comment section a lot because I was very busy. But the more people we have, the crazier it'll be. TD, count me in. I got you, bro. I got you, big boy. Yo, TD, imagine a collab with you, Doug, K-Flex, Great One, and me. Hey, man, it'll be beautiful, man, if we can get everyone on board. I can tell you now. You could actually probably get about 80% of that group on board to do it. So I'm just saying, man, a lot of people have posed that collab, and we've gotten a few on board, but there's certain people that just, they never respond really. So it is what it is. We keep it moving, baby. Main rule is no trades allowed that don't make sense for the Cardinals. in the world they want to help their friends. Yeah, I know. But it's cool with me, man. Thanks for the subs. I have grown an extra 10 subs, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You got another 10 people where you can give your opinion, and if they like it, they're gonna stick around, and then you can build from that, man. They'll share your videos and everything. Trade Parker to Dallas for offensive lineman before he get injured and his stock drops. He will be a good number 2. Listen, Raymond, the Dallas Cowboys ain't giving away none of them offensive linemen. Keep it 100, man. K Flexing is a solo act. Maybe, I don't know. I've seen K Flexing do collabs before. Big Boy Sports, don't forget about me. Hey, let them know, Matthew. K Flex is talking about you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That means I'm doing something right. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know in what sense you mean he's talking about me, but that means I'm doing something right. If I can have my name in anybody's mouth, I'm doing something right, baby. Do you think we should prioritize correcting our O-line before adding a cornerback to our secondary? I would rather see the cornerback first, because this O-line, we have to evaluate what Dave can do with them before we talk about correcting them. We're correcting the unit. If that makes sense, Fans Army. Let's give Dave a few days to see if we can get some consistent good. Like today, they had their best day, right? What if they have a decent day tomorrow? We're not looking for amazing, great, just dominant. But if they have a good day, solid day tomorrow, a solid day Thursday, and they're seeing certain players looking like they're falling into line more consistently, you keep going with that. You keep going with that, man. So I would rather the cornerbacks first, because listen, at a minimum, even if Eric Rowe turns out to be that guy, we still need some depth at the position. I'm more concerned about cornerback than O-line. I know that sounds backwards, but I'm very concerned about O-line. But we're at a stage with them now. We got to see what happens first, you know? So it is what it is. I mean, it's no different from bringing in another O-line player and saying, dude, should we go do something about the O-line? Well, can we see what we going to do with the person we brought in first? So it's the same thing. I don't forget about nobody, man. I'm going to know all my subs. Hey, at some point, big boy, you're going to regret those words, because you're going to regret those words. The more you get, you can be like, man, how long they been here? Are they new? It's going to be hard, man, because trust me, you'll see. And I believe you'll see. Just keep doing what you're doing and do it consistently and keep giving it to them, man. I give my honest opinion. I love it. You're right on that. I don't know what that is, though, but I'm pretty sure it's something good. I appreciate you. It was fun. Me too. Facts. True. What website is the Fantasy Football League? I don't know yet. Last year we were on Yahoo, but there's some great sites. I've seen sites where, oh, this one's beautiful. I've seen a site where you can actually draft players based off of a salary cap. They give you a cap. They'll give you a cap. They'll say it was just like now. They'll give you the $190 million in your fantasy account. It's fake money, but you know what I mean? And when you draft players, you're giving them that contract. So if you see a great player available, you ain't got cap space, it is what it is. Fantasy leagues get legit. Now that's a real league. But you got to have real time to be the GM of your team and something like that. When you trade with another team, the money got to work. So, yeah, and it's free. If I'm not mistaken, or it's like $100 to run the whole league. And if we do, we'll figure that out. That's nothing, Well, I ain't gonna say it's nothing. Everything is something. But y'all get my point. But yeah, man, I gotta remember what the name of that league is. I was in a league like that one year. That was an amazing league, and we do 32 teams, man. We could do that. We can do it where we got salary caps and everything. Some people, in the way that website is designed, is actually designed for real money. And that real money ain't necessarily so much for whoever wins get money. What happens is, like, players will, like, say every player gave $100 to the league, right? And what you're doing with that money, that $100 is your salary cap. So sometimes player can make value trade and have more salary cap money. and different things like that. It's kind of weird. They got all kind of options that you can play with. So, but that'll be huge, man. See, y'all got me excited. Now I'm thinking about a 32-team league. If we get all the support, we'll see, man. We'll see. We shall see. Thank you, Fins Daily. No, I mean to join. What y'all talking about? Is it free to join? Yeah, the league that I ran last year was free. The only time I would charge for a league is if we're using a platform that has crazy stuff that we would love and it costs. Then I'll tell everybody, hey, it costs this, we'll split it. You see, I'm not a gambling guy like that. You know, I used to be, but again, you know, in any gambling situation, you have a higher risk usually of losing money, but I'm not usually that gambling guy like that. But to each his own. I don't think anything wrong if that's what you decide to do. So if y'all even want to do something like that, I probably wouldn't be. I could run a league where y'all got y'all money league over here. I got the free league over there. You know, people can join the money league if they want to have a prize at the end and that they take home. Then I can run that too. It's whatever for this channel. It has nothing to do with my lifestyle because it is what it is. Or just by running the league, I'll just, you know, if it's $50 each person and it's 10 people, I'll just charge $55 and y'all pay for my entry. How about that? Because I ain't a gambling guy. I ain't putting money for it to be betting against y'all because I'm trying to keep my $5 or whatever, or my $50. I'm just saying. But anyway, moving right along. Maybe say, oh, awesome. Good news. All right. There is 0.25 drafts on FanDuel. I don't know what that means, Pete. You got to help me out. Fins Daily, I got you. I sub. Cool. But anyway, man, we've been going on long enough. All I do is gamble. Come gamble with me too, FanDuel. Stop being scared, TD. I'll show up. Listen, man, I ain't scared. It's just that I just ain't at that point in my life right now to where I want to risk my cash whenever I can do bigger and better things for my family. I don't know how many times I tell y'all I got 5 babies. Okay? Can't be gambling their future away right now. So that's just where I'm at, you know. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be back there, but I ain't. I'm just saying. Cleo Lemon, my first pick. Oh, man. Yeah, FanDuel would be dope. What's wrong with gambling, TD? Nothing. I didn't say anything was wrong with gambling. You know, to each his own. Yeah, I mean, don't say TD said something was wrong. I don't listen. What people do is what they do. Nothing's wrong with it. If I don't do it, don't mean I have something against it. Okay, so y'all keep that thought process. TD, I don't look at nothing in this world negative. I am the most judge-free person. Okay, I don't look at nothing as negative. Everybody got their own life they gotta live, and whatever makes you happy, because you only live one of these. You only live one. So do you and do it to the best of your ability, because it ain't none of your business what other people think about you. All right? So whatever you do it with pride. All right? All right? You do it with pride. You do you. Live your life, man. Family man like me. Only on Tuesdays, man. Only on Tuesdays. Cool. Call me later so I can talk to you about it. It'll take only $37.50 to try and win 10K. Pete, man, Pete gonna have me out here homeless, man. I'm messing with you, Pete. Let me see card so you can see your new benefits, rewards. All right. But hey, TD, just got home and turned you on. What do you think of the acquiring a defensive end, Robert, and only $1.1 million to get under Coach Flo? Win-win to get a first round taken at the weakest position. Donald, are you saying that we've actually acquired defensive end, Robert? Is that breaking news or something? Or the reports that we're looking at him? Let me look right now. Let me refresh this. Because we acquired him yet unless that's new. Oh, breaking news. Isaac Asiata retires. He retired from the Bills today, guys. Man. Yeah, Asiata retired today, just so y'all know, man. That just came across. Just came across, man. Yeah, I don't see where we signed him. But I already talked about him. I wouldn't do it, but ain't nothing wrong with taking a chance. It could work out. So, No, but he has been officially released by the Cards, and it is reported he is available to sign. Yeah, I wouldn't do it, but I've already told it won't hurt. Maybe see. But again, it's not like he's going to be available to even practice and see if he's any good until September. He's not expected to be on the field until September. He's coming off a December ACL injury, and he has legal issues. It's one thing to have legal issues, but you got legal issues and coming off of an ACL. I don't see the logic, but who knows? In September, this guy might change with a new coaching staff, can be the guy. Who knows? So I'm just not all in right now. Josh Allen convinced the Dolphin fan to switch. I know. That wasn't a Dolphin fan then. Buffalo is shady, man. They terrible. They trash. They just put a Bills fan in a Dolphin shirt and had a photo op for Josh Allen. Switch. Okay, I'll switch. All right, get out of here, man. They ain't no Dolphin fan. He ain't no real Dolphin fan. All right. Switching sides. I ain't addressing that crap. Kick the tires on Robert. No way. I'm so sorry things didn't work out with Isaac Asiata. Our prayers to him and his family. Absolutely, man. Great guy though. I like him. Didn't work out. He retires with the Bills, man. It is what it is. Let me see. Y'all give me a second. I'm pulling something up here. The Steelers will wear a color rush uniform when they host the Miami Dolphins on October 28th on Monday Night Football. Man, we better win that game, man. Oh, I just got the story on that, man. Josh Allen was not trying to sign this fan's Dolphin jersey. So they had a Dolphin jersey on asking him to sign it, which is already a violation. So he didn't sign it, but he just gave him his jersey. In other words, I believe. He hooked him up with his jersey. That don't mean he a fan. That mean he tried to recruit him as a fan. Hopefully he go online and sell it. Sell it for a bag of peanuts because that's all it's worth. Freaking bums. So, hate the Bills, hate the Jets, and I hate the Patriots. Hate is a strong word, but it is so appropriate for those three teams, man. But anyway, man, I know I'm just going on now, hanging out with y'all. This TD Fans Talk. I got to go. This is your boy. As always, once I get a new update, I'll come live to y'all, and we'll hang out, and we'll get it cracking, man. If I'm able to tonight, I may go live. There's no guarantee. Not going to sit here and lie to y'all. And I'm sorry to everybody who keep hitting me up saying that you're still not getting the notifications. It really sucks. So YouTube needs to get it together. They really don't pay much attention to people if they're under 10,000 subscribers. That's why I really want to get to that point, because there's like 6 different free features YouTube offers that if you're at 10,000 subscribers, that'll make this channel so much better. Oh my gosh. So I want to try to hurry up and get there, and you guys can help me do that by sharing the video. Matter of fact, if you really want to support the channel after this stream, hit the link and copy it. Go to all your social media, Facebook. Matter of fact, you ain't got to go to yours, because some of y'all I ain't sharing it with my family and stuff. They don't care. You know what? Then just go to all the fan groups on Facebook. There are like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 Miami Dolphin fan groups. You can go on there, share the link as a post, and hit send, and it'll load on their channel. I've been doing that lately, and our subscriber base has been growing exponentially. Also partnering with Dolphins Talk.com has helped us grow exponentially. But my real goal is trying to hurry up and get to 10,000 so that YouTube can actually look at me and say, okay, we respect you now. All right, anytime you got a problem, we'll actually answer your emails and do something about it. That's just the reality. I'm going to keep it real. But this is TD Fans Talk. Appreciate y'all love. Appreciate y'all support. It's your boy. I am out. Peace. Love y'all, man.